Welcome to Procedurally Generated, a police procedural podcast. I'm your host, Jermaine Harris. Criminal Minds started back in 2005 and was a pretty big hit from the start. I started watching it around 2008 and really just fell in love with the tone of the show and enjoyed the interesting and often dark storylines that they have. Criminal Minds originally ended in 2020, but they decided to bring it back as a Paramount Plus exclusive. When I first heard about it, I was kind of excited, but I was also tired of the show and I felt like it had kind of run its course. But I think that they have done well with the tone shift, and it seems like they're going for a more cinematic thing. The more obvious thing is the aspect ratio of the show. I really don't like when shows or movies aren't full screen when I watch it on TV. I understand that movie theaters may be a little bit different, but at home it's very distracting and it kind of takes me out of the show. Also, in the original run of Criminal Minds, the episodes were more focused on a villain of the week. And obviously there would be the occasional villain that would come back, or maybe a 3 or 4 episode arc where they'd be focusing on a specific case. But usually episodes were kind of self-contained, and sometimes they would reference previous cases in a later episode. But in general, the episodes were fairly self-contained, and there wasn't a whole lot of narrative overlap between seasons, except for the obvious character developments. But in the Paramount exclusive version, which they call Criminal Minds Evolution, the focus is more so on the villain and basically his network of criminals. And that isn't terrible, but I kind of prefer that they wrap things up a little bit quicker than they are now. I understand that they want to give us reasons to keep watching the show, but I kind of like when plot lines have a nice resolution at the end of the season, and then you focus on something that's fairly different in the next season. Of course, I'm still going to watch the show and I want to see how things pan out, but part of me is tired of them focusing on this one storyline, and I hope that they can wrap this arc up at the end of this season and move on to something else, assuming they have another season after this.